Ahalan, huli ni Arifukun an, Heli Awalishi, Ana Charlie Rase, Waraha, Nataship, Suwaan, Alubla ni Iya, Bus Abunik, Kalina, Nakian, Alpha Kapatun. Alright, let's dive deeper into Lebanese culture. It's super interesting kasi it's a mix of many different people and beliefs. Imagine a big squad, but instead of just a friends, it's a whole communities living together with their own traditions and stories. Religious and diversity. So, Lebanon is kind of like a big mix of religions. There are Maronite, Christians, Sunni Muslims, Shia Muslims, Druze, and more. This makes their culture super rich and colorful kasi each group has its own holidays, traditions, and ways of doing things. Pero, what's really cool is that kahit iba-iba sila, they are live side by side and respect each other differences. It's like a big family na may iba't ibang style pero connected pa rin. They learn from each other and sometimes even celebrate together. This religion diversity also shapes how people dress, what food they eat, and even how they celebrate festival. So sa Lebanon, diversity isn't just about being different. It's about coexisting and blending traditions in a respect way. Let's go on greetings and etiquette. So, okay, in Lebanon, greetings are big deal. They are like the official way to show respect and be polite. When guys meet, they usually shake hands. Parang normal naman sa buong world, di ba? But here's the twist. If a guy and a girl, they usually don't shake hands. Instead, they just say nice word to greet each other. It's kind of like they want to keep things respectful and follow their traditions, especially kasi of their culture and sometimes religion. So instead of handshakes, you might hear polite greetings or just a warm smile. Also, sometimes close friends or family might do cheek kisses. Yes, the air kisses thing, especially if they the same gender. But for people who are meeting for the first time or aren't super close, it's usually handshakes for guys and polite words for a girl greetings. So basically, kapag in Lebanon ka, be ready to greet with respect and know the vibe. Don't be surprised if you don't get a handshake from a woman. Just smile and say a nice hello. So, languages. So, Arabic is the main language sa Lebanon. Ito yung ginagamit nila araw-araw. Like sa bahay, sa market, at kung saan-saan. Pero because of French colonization, back then, marami ding Lebanese and marunong mag-French. Plus, since global na talaga ang mundo ngayon, English naman ang common lalo na sa mga kabataan sa school at sa trabaho. Kaya normal na nagka-multi-language sila, kaya nilang mag-switch ng language between Arabic, French, at English. Depende sa lugar o tao na kausap nila. Parang sa school, sa group chat with friends, or kahit sa family, iba-iba din yung ginagamit nilang language. Minsan chill na Taglish, minsan puro Arabic, tapos may times na French or English naman. It's like their own language playlist na pwede nilang i-shuffle anytime. Art and literature. Lebanon is pretty lit when it comes to art and writing. Like, they have this super famous poet named Khalil Gibran. Siya yung sumulat ng The Prophet na kilala almost everywhere sa world. Grabe yung mga words niya, sobrang deep and inspiring sa pahanggang ngayon. Pero hindi lang literature ang strong nila. They also keep their old school's craft alive, like pottery and weaving. Mga traditional things na ginagawa pa rin hanggang ngayon. Parang connection nila sa past nila na proud pa rin sila. At the same time, you'll find modern art galleries and exhibitions sa Lebanon na nagpapakita ng mga bagong artista na nag-e-experiment and trying cool new style. So, Lebanon is like balancing the old and the new, respecting tradition pero open din sila sa bagong ideas. Sobrang cool how they keep their culture alive while also vibing with the modern art. Um, Architecture. Walking around Lebanon feels like traveling. It feels like time traveling. Promise. You'll see an ancient ruins from Phoenicians. Sila yung mga super old civilization na sobrang important sa history ng area. Then, there are also buildings from Ottoman Empire era na may kakaibang style na iba sa mga modern buildings. Especially sa mga cities like Beirut, you get this crazy cool mix and old and new architecture. May mga buildings na sobrang luma, may mga modern skyscraper na pang forensic. Fortunistic pala. Pang fortunistic. Tapos meron ding mga naka-French or Mediterranean style na design. Parang bawat building may kwento about the past, the culture, and the present. It's like walking through a living museum na hindi boring kasi may bagong vibes din. So, education. Education is super important sa Lebanon. They actually have a high literacy rate compared sa ibang countries sa area. Ibig sabihin, madami talaga doon ang marunong magbasa at magsulat. Their education system is organized and controlled by Ministry of Education. Tapos, hati-hati siya ng different levels. May preschool for little kids, basic education na parang elementary and middle schools, and secondary education na high school, tapos tertiary education na college or university. Maraming Lebanese families ang piniling magpadala sa private school kasi they think na mas maganda yung quality ng education doon. Pero don't worry, meron din silang public school na open for everyone. For them, education is the key para ma-achieve ang success at mas maganda yung future. Parang dito sa atin, education is life. So, to sum it up, Lebanon culture is like a cool mix of different religions, language, arts, and history. Their people speak different languages, follow different religions, but still come together to create unique and beautiful culture. And they take education seriously, knowing it helps build a better future for the next generation. Parang life goals nila to. Respecting their roots, learning new things, and living together in harmony kahit iba-iba sila. So, to sum it up, Lebanon culture is like this super cool mix of different religions, language, and history. People there speaks different language and follow different religions, pero kahit ganon, they still come together to make a unique and beautiful culture. Education is a big deal for them kasi they know it's the key para sa better future ng next generation. Parang life goals nila to, respecting their roots, learning new things, and living together in harmony kahit iba-iba sila.
När kung säger ana lormes tlasta, tamisen fadiliyun tarifu ala talidhun, halanana bilis niki ang talid enlumivian. So Lebanon is a country with a rich past, and its tradition are a mix of many different cultures. This is because Lebanon has always been a place where different civilizations met. So these traditions show how important family, respect, and being welcoming to our Lebanese people. So they also highlight the country's beautiful arts, food, and celebrations. The first tradition is their family values. As we all know that Lebanon tend to be a family-centered and very close to each other. It was common for them to live in the same house, even for one to another generation, as well as their cousin relationships. we're more like a siblings relationship. In terms of traditional way where men usually work outside, but it's changing among new generation. So in the present, gender roles are shifting as women are working outside the home, different from the traditional way. It was one of the controversial topic among new generation as they argue about gender equality. However, the Lebanon seems to prove that women can do the work of a man as well. Traditional clothing, Lebanese traditional clothing varies regionally and reflects diverse ethnic backgrounds. So men's attire might be include the what we call sherwal or the loose trousers or jalaba or the long robe, while women may wear abayas or kaftans. So these garments are often worn for special occasions and hold cultural significance. So these styles reflect Lebanon's diverse history and influences. So persevering these traditions helps to maintain cultural identity. So for their hospitality, the Lebanese are known for their welcoming guests with warmth and generosity. They offering coffee, sweets, and even accommodation to guests. So reflects a strong emphasis on social connections and generosity. So the act of being hospitality is deeply ingrained in Lebanese social values. So it's a way of showing respect and building relationships. So for their respectful elders, the deep respect for elders is a cornerstone of Lebanese society. So the younger generations show deference to their seniors, both verbally and through actions, reflecting a strong emphasis on family and tradition. So this respects extents of seeking their guidance and wisdom. So their guidance and opinions are highly respected with families and communities. So this respect helps maintain the social harmony and continuity of cultural knowledge. So for their arts and crafts, Lebanon possess a rich artistic heritage, um, encompassing diverse crafts like um, intricate pottery, stunning mosaics, and traditional music. So these crafts dito, often reflect historical influences and frequently passed down through generations of artisans. So they are integral to Lebanese cultural identity and represent a significant part of country's heritage. So the artistry involved demonstrate skills and creativity. So for their festival traditions, Lebanon observes numerous religious and national festivals throughout the year. So their major holidays are include Eid al-Fitr and Eid al-Adha for Muslims, Christmas, and then Easter for Christians, and the Independence Day. So these celebrations reflect the country's diverse religious and cultural landscape. So the festive often involve traditional food, music, and dance. So for their cuisine, a Lebanese cuisine is celebrated worldwide for its diverse and flavorful dishes. Mez or meze, a selection of small plates like hummus, tabbouleh, and kivi, are a staple often shared communally. So the emphasis of fresh ingredients and the blend of Mediterranean flavors make Lebanese food unique. So their family meals are often central to social life. Cooking and sharing food um, are important aspects of Lebanese culture. So for their music and dance, traditional Lebanese music features styles like folk music and the dakka, a lively line dance. So modern Lebanese music blends traditional elements with Western influences, often heard at celebration and social gatherings. So their music plays a crucial role in Lebanese social life. So the rhythms and the melodies reflect the country's history and cultural influences. So for their wedding traditions, uh, there there are elaborate affairs often lasting several days. So they frequently include a zafi, a vibrant procession with music and dance, and other costumes that vary based on religions and regional traditions. So, family and community participations are central to the celebrations. They're highlighting the importance of kinship and social bonds. So, the festives are a significant expressions of Lebanese culture. So for their baptism in Lebanon, Al-Mamudiya is a significant Christian religious ceremony. It's typically involves the immersions of individual in water, symbolizing spiritual cleansing and rebirth. So the ceremony is usually performed on infants, but adults can also be baptized. So the ritual signifies a profound spiritual transformation and entry into the Christian faith. So the ceremony is a key part of the Christian faith in Lebanon. So in short, they show how much Lebanese people value their families, respect their elders, and welcome guests. So from their unique clothing and arts to their delicious food and lively festivals like Eid al-Fitr and Eid Adha, these customs are a big part of what makes Lebanon special. Even ceremonies like baptism reflect a deep connection to their beliefs, making Lebanese culture truly rich and meaningful.
مرحبا جميعا، أنا دارلين يابس. اليوم راح نحكي عن معتقدات اللبنانيين. So, we all know that Lebanon is a small country in the Middle East. Pero sobrang rich nila sa traditions, cultures, and also the beliefs. So, what makes Lebanon unique is that its people come from different religions and also their backgrounds, which is mostly are Christians and Muslims, pero may halong folk beliefs or from other old times, like because of this their belief system is very colorful and also very deeply rooted in both religion and tradition. So um, first thing is they believe in
evil eye or al-ain. So, in Lebanon, many people in in the power of evil eye na which is sa ating mga Pilipino is like para siyang usog. So, it's the idea that someone envy or jealousy can bring bad luck or harm kahit hindi naman natin sinasadya. So, if, for example, if someone praises a baby or a new car, like, sobrang napipraise nila ng sobra-sobra. Like, halos everyday na parang sasabi like, wow, ang cute ng baby mo, ang cute na, ay, ang ganda ng style ng kotse mo, like, something like that. Pero, hindi niya sinabi yung pangontra, which is yung pangontra na mashala, which is kapag hindi niyo sinabi yun, the baby might get sick or something might happen. So, ang belief dito is that the admiration without protection so opens a spirit door where negative energy or can harm that can enter. So, paano ba nila mapoprotect yung sarili nila doon sa evil eye? So, meron silang nazar, which is yung nazar, ito yung blue eye amulet, which is isa itong blue circular charm that looks like an eye. So, meron siyang katulad siya ng eye, which is yung blue, then may ibang shade pa siya sa loob, then sa gitna is color black. So, like, this is very common na sa Lebanon. So, minsan nasa bahay, minsan ginagawang jewelry like quintas, necklace, ganyan. Sometimes keychain, and also nilalagay nila sa kotse nila. So, it is believed that to reflect or bounce back nung pinaka-bad energy nun. So, yun nga, kanina nabanggit ko na yung mashallah. So, yung mashallah is Arabic phrase means God has willed it. So, sinasabi nila to after complimenting someone para hindi sila mausog, or parang ang sinasabi mo is, kapag sinabi mo yung mashallah is ang ganda mo dahil kay God, hindi dahil inggit ako sa iyo or what. So parang ganun yung pinapahayag nung mashallah. So minsan nagkakaroon din ng mga salt rituals. So ito yung salt rituals, yung sa mga ancestors or sa mga lola nila, like lola or nanay, minsan umiikot ng asin doon sa ulo ng bata or sino mang na siguro na bata, like sa kanila itatapon. So, pinaka point ng salt is cleanse bad vibes from that person. So, also, umaano din sila ng spitting gestures, which is yung gumaganon. Like imagine, sounds weird siya, pero but some people make these sounds without real spit. So, wala talaga siyang wala siyang real spit, pero ano lang siya, may tunog lang siya. So, ginagamit siya to break the energy after praising someone. So, like, this shows how Lebanese people are very careful with words, that they are aware that even compliments can carry spiritual risk. So, it also shows how the faith and the superstition mix together in daily life. Next is with the respect for the dead and ancestors. So, Lebanese people, like, they are deeply respect their decent loved ones. So, para sa kanila, ang mga yumao nilang mahal sa buhay is hindi mawawala or hindi nawawala. So, they remain spiritually present in the family. So, ang pinopoint nila is death is not as the end. So, instead, the dead are believed to be watching over the family, guiding or
even protecting them, so they are treated with honor and remembrance, not the fear. So, honor and the remembrance, hindi sila dapat matakot doon. So, like, yung common ginagawa nila is, like, una yung nag-grave visit sila. Meron din yung candles and photos at home. Meron din special prayers and masses. So, ay also meron din yung naming children after them. So, very na din siya, common na din siya sa Pilipinas. Like, yung grave visit, syempre, dinadalaw natin yung mga puntod. Next is, meron tayo yung mga kandila, mga photo ng mga yumao nating mahal sa buhay. Like, pero yung sa kanila is, meron silang small tables or may mismong shelf sila na kung saan nakalagay dun yung mga photos of their beloved ones na nag-pass away. So, this serves as a daily reminder of the person's spirit and legacy. So, sa naman, special prayers and masses. So, the Christians, we all know that the Christians have the 40-day memorial masses. Then, another one after a year. So, sa Muslims naman, they recite Quran verses or give donation, which is sadaqah, in memory of the dead. So, next naman is naming children after them. So, minsan, ito na yung parang same name sila. Ganun yung sa kanya. Ganun yung pinangalan din siya sa after ng father niya. So, this belief teaches us how important family continuity and ancestral connection is in the Lebanese life. So, next is they are choosing special dates based on religion or luck. So, the Lebanese people often base more their major life decisions, like for example, the weddings, the business openings, or business decision, and also the moving house. So, on religious calendars or traditional timing. So, kasi nga, naniniwala sila that the timing of the events can affect how successful or blessed that event will be. So, some periods can be considered as bad luck or bad energy, while others brings blessings. So, they are, for example, they are avoiding celebration during Lent or Ramadan. So, kasi nga, dito, sacred fasting times nila where people should avoid partying, marrying, or celebrating big during these months. Also, use Saint Feast Day. So, Christians may choose wedding dates on or near the feast day of beloved saint, like Saint Charbel. So, sa Saint Charbel is parang sinasabi nila is may extra blessing doon. And also, the moon phases, since we all know the moon phases and days of the week. So, some other Lebanese avoid starting something new on Fridays or under a full moon. So, Friday and full moon. So, they are believing that it may bring delays or bad results. So, ang pinaka-inaano nila is yung importance of spiritual rhythm of Lebanese life. Like, they are saying that time is not just a number, so it is a spiritually charged. Next, we have the faith in saints, miracles, and holy intercessors. So, for Lebanese Christians, so especially Maronites, so saints are not just as historical pictures or like statue, or because they are active spiritual helpers. So, they believe that saints, especially the Saint Charbel, so are close to God and can help deliver prayers and bring about miracles, especially for their healing. So, meron sila yung mga devotional practices which is yung ibang people nagte-travel pa sa Anaya or minsan the mountain monastery of Saint Charbel to para lang pupunta lang sila dun sa mountain and para mag-pray ng healing, peace, and also the answers. So, yung mga tanong natin sa sarili natin, dun pwede silang dun sa may mountain monastery. So, minsan yung mga ibang tao is naglalakad sila barefoot as a sign of their sacrifice. Next is the oil, which is oil that touch the saint's tomb or a piece of cloth from his shrine is brought home and placed on the sick person's body. Next is the like many stories on the walls or walls of the churches or sometimes on social media. Like they are testifying to miracles that they believe happened after praying to a saint. So, like Lebanese spirituality is very personal and miraculous. So, people really believe faith can move mountains. Like, imagine. So, like, para siyang sa Pilipino din, mga Pilipino din, like, di ba may mga deboto tayo, may mga ano tayo na, minsan nagbibisita iglesia tayo, minsan yung panyo natin, pupunas natin siya kay Black Nazareth, ganun din siya. So, parang same ano lang din siya sa Lebanese. Next is naniniwala sila sa jinn or the unseen spirit. So in Islam and traditional folklore, so jinn are unseen beings created by God. So they are part of everyday beliefs in Lebanon, especially among Muslims. So jinn are neither human nor angel. Human nor angel. So they can be good, neutral, or even evil. So they are believed to live in the empty places, forests, or sometimes abandoned buildings. So they kapag inistorbo mo sila, yung sinasabi nila, they can cause sickness, fear, or sometimes confusion. So sinasabi nila, naniniwala sila na dapat hindi ka magwi-whistle sa night, hindi mo kakusapin directly. Kaya nga doon sa may don't whistle at night, parang katulad din siya sa mga Pilipino, 'di ba? Pinagbabawalan tayo ng mga sometimes parents natin or mga kakilala natin na huwag mong tawagin yung mga ganyan. So parang ganun din sila sa Lebanese. So doon naman sa don't or avoid talking about them directly. So pag like sometimes na they might hear you and show up. So people say they or those ones instead. So instead na tawagin na si jinn or ganyan, unseen spirits, and ginagamit nilang word or ginagamit nilang pantawag is the they and the those ones. So nire-recite din nila yung Quran verses for their protection. So Muslims believe verses like the Ayat al-Kursi. So this is to protect the home and mind. So if someone shows a strange behavior, the family might consult shaky or spiritual guide to check for jinn possession or influence. So they believe reflects how people honor the unseen world and how spiritual health is taken seriously like our physical health. Next naman is the animal sacrifice for blessing, which is the sarbe. So parang katulad din sa mga Pilipino na animal sacrifice for blessing. Di ba sa mga Pilipino sometimes is kapag may bago kang house is kakatay sila nung nila yung leg ng manok. So sa sa mga Lebanese naman is ginagamit nila is yung tawag nito yung mga parang tawag dito yung mga sheep or mga goat. So, this especially sa rural ones, so mas pinapractice pa rin nila yung sarbe, which is yung sarbe nga sinasabi ko is the sacrificing an animal to cleanse and bless a new home, sometimes a marriage, or also the newborn. So, ano nga ba siya ginagawa? So, before entering a new house, after a wedding, after a child born, and also before the long travel. So, often the blood is sprinkled or smudged at the entrance of the house. Then the rest is cooked and shared with neighbors, with their neighbors. So, mas ano nila, this shows that the strong belief in sacrifice is sharing is a way to attract good fortune and drive away the danger. So next is the deep religious faith, which is the Christianity and the Islam. So sa Lebanon is one of the most religiously diverse countries. You all know that. So some areas are mostly Christians and other mostly Muslim, but both live side by side. So diverse sila. So like religion is part of their identity. It's not just something people do. It shapes value, culture, language, and family life. So ito yung signs na nag-deeply faith sila doon, or meron silang deep faith. So meron silang daily prayer, meron silang sacred items in home, meron din silang ginagawa din nila, nire-respeto nila yung for fasting and holiday. So, sa fasting, we have the Lent, Ramadan, Eid, and Christmas are treated with a great reverence. So, dito naman sa hospitality as a sacred duty, so Lebanese people welcoming guests as a moral obligation, not just good manners. So, hospitality is seen as a form of blessing. When someone enters your home, it as good sent them. You must treat them with the best you can offer. So, paano nga ba natin mapapakita yung hospitality? Or paano nga ba nila pinapakita yung hospitality? So, they are agad-agad in-offer ng food or coffee. Then, they are serving guests first and using your best plates. Very Filipino din siya, di ba? Like, kahit sobrang tagal niya na nakatago dyan, basta pag may bisita ka, maganda yung mga ilalabas mong plato, kutsara, tinidor, baso, di ba? Then, insisting that guests should eat, or even kahit na sinabi nila na hindi, or busog na ako, ganyan. Like, and also, sending guests with the home gifts or food. So, may pasyaran sila, ganon. So, sa Lebanon kasi, sharing is sacred. So, and to be generous is to be blessed. So, lastly is the connection to the nature and land. So, even in modern times, Lebanese people feel deeply connected to their land, especially the mountains, trees, and also the sea. So, kasi nga, the farming, olive picking, or even mountain hikes are not just for fun lang nila or some businesses. So, they are like spiritual and family tradition na din. So, kasi nga, my olive tree is sacred. So, some trees are hundreds of years old and pass from generation to generation. So, mountain trips for their reflection, eco-conscious youth. So, dito, yung young Lebanese today are combining old respect for nature with a modern climate action. So, Lebanese people see nature as a part of their identity, history, and the spirituality.
مرحبا يا جميع، أنا ميلاريتا راموس واليوم رانيكي أن الشباب with الفورو بين لبنان with الألفين. Beliefs and shared traits among Lebanese and Filipino people. Lebanon is a country filled with rich culture, religious tradition, and strong family values. just like the Philippines. Even though they are from two different sides of the world, Lebanese and Filipino people share many core beliefs, especially about faith, family, food, community, and resilience. So let's explore these similarities in a deeper and more heartfelt way. First is faith and spirituality. Both Lebanese and Filipino people are deeply religious. In Lebanon, people belong to different religions. May mga Kristiyanong tulad ng Maronites at Orthodox. Pati mga Muslim tulad ng Sunni at Shia. Meron ding unique religious group na tinatawag na Druze. Sa Pilipinas naman, karamihan ay Katoliko dahil sa Spanish colonization. Pero meron ding mga Muslim sa Mindanao, pati mga Kristiyanong Protestante. So, but religion isn't just a personal thing in both countries. It's a part of daily life. People pray, go to church or mosque, and follow rituals that have been passed down for generations. It's common to see people making the signs of the cross before traveling or saying special prayers before exam or a surgery. So, aside from formal religion, both cultures also have strong spiritual beliefs. In Lebanon, people believe in the evil eye, sabi nga kanina, jinn is spirits, and protective charms. Sa Pilipinas, naniniwala rin ang mga tao sa engkanto, aswang, at sa mga albularyo o traditional healers. Even the modern world, many still turn to these beliefs for comfort and protection. This spiritual tradition show that both Lebanese and Filipinos accept that there are things in life we can always explain, and that's okay. So the next is family and respect for elders. So sa parehong kultura, ang pamilya ang sentro ng buhay. Lebanese families are known to be very close-knit, loyal to family, clan, or tribe. It's very important. The family name carries pride and you are expected to uphold that. Ganun na sa mga Pilipino. Lahat ng desisyon kahit sa personal na bagay ay kadalasan dumadaan sa pamilya. Hindi ka lang basta ikaw, you are always part of a family unit. The next one is respect for elders is also very strong. Lebanese children and adults alike are taught to honor and listen to their parents and grandparents. Filipinos say po and apo. Dumano po and use titles like kuya, ate, tito, and tita. This action shows that elders are treated as wise and deserving of honor. Hindi na sila basta matanda. Sila ang gabay at tagapayo ng pamilya. So let's proceed to community and togetherness. Both cultures value community, unity, and helping others. In Lebanon, neighborhoods and sects, mga grupo, are very close. People look out for each other. Sa Pilipinas, may bayanihan. The spirit of helping others without expecting anything in return. If someone's house needs to be moved or rebuilt, ang barangay nagtutulungan yan. But Lebanese and Filipino communities become stronger during religious festivals, weddings, and even funerals. These are not just events, they are cultural and spiritual gatherings that strengthen relationships. Whether it's a town festival in the Philippines or a wedding in Beirut, you always find dancing, food, laughter, and warm presence of family and friends. So, next is food and hospitality. Pagdating sa pagkain, pareho magpagbigay at mapagmahal ng mga Lebanese at Filipino. Lebanese meals often start with meals, a spread of small dish shared by everyone. Parang Filipino, handa or salo-salo. Filipinos always cook more than enough food, especially during celebration like birthdays, fiestas, or Noche Buenas. In both cultures, guests are always welcome and always fed. Kahit hindi ka invited, kapag napadpati sa bahay ng Lebanese or Filipino, you'll hear, kain tayo or come sit and eat. It's considered rude not to offer food to visitors. Even if there's only a little to share, this shows the value of generosity, love, and making others feel at home. Next is communication and humor. Lebanese people are known for being very expressive. Minsan tunog galit sila pero di naman talaga. They just speak with passion and energy. They're not afraid to speak their mind. Filipinos, on the other hand, are more indirect. We avoid confrontation and often use soft words to avoid hurting someone's feelings. But both groups love to laugh, Lebanese humor is sharp and sarcastic. Ginagamit ito kahit sa panahon ng problema. Filipino humor is more light-hearted, self-deprecating, and sometimes hugot style. Full of feelings, kahit may bagyo, crisis, or heartbreak, humor becomes a way to survive. It's a way to say, kaya pa to, let's laugh about it. Next is resilience and positivity. Lebanon has gone through a lot for political crisis and economic collapse. But Lebanese people still celebrate life. They sing, they sang, they dance, they create art and smile. Ganon din ng mga Pilipino. Typhoons, poverty, or job loss don't stop us from being happy. We find to keep going with karaoke, prayer, jokes, or just sitting with loved ones. This resilience, the ability to get up after being knocked down, is one of the most stronger shared traits. It shows that both cultures believe in hope, in healing, and moving forward together. Final thoughts, the Lebanese, and Filipino people may speak different language and live on a different continents, but at heart, they believe in many of the same things: faith, family, food, respect, humor, and resilience shape in their lives. Both cultures teach us that no matter how hard life gets, we can always find strength in our beliefs, joy in our communities, and love one in the simple things.
Marhaba ya jamaa yala nakel, Gabye ana anset arep, ahali ana Ariana Albarrio, William Ran nakel min akel il lubnein mil el shawarma, hu mashrabun, hu halara kaberkon leish aklon mumayaes. Hello everyone! So, may nagtunan ba kayo sa mga unang nag-report? Sana may nakuha kayong bagong idea or perspective. Pero bago tayo dumako sa ating topic ngayon, kain muna tayo ng shawarma. Alam niyo ba ang shawarma? Ito siya. Ito ay isang delicious na pagkain sa Arabic cuisine. Parang pita bread na puno ng meat at gulay, tapos may special sauce. Masarap talaga siya. Kaya tara, mag-break muna tayo, kumain at mag-relax. Okay. Wait lang guys. Malambot na kasi. Ang hirap kainin. Sarap! Delicious! Okay, balik na tayo sa ating usapan. Ngayon, pag-usapan natin ng isang napakagandang tula na pinamagatang Your Children Are Not Your Children by Khalil Gibran. Pero teka, sino nga ba siya? So, Khalil Gibran was born on January 6, 1883 in Bashari, Lebanon. He was the youngest child of Khalil Gibran and Camila Rame. In 1894, Gibran family immigrated to Boston, Massachusetts, where he began his education. Gibran developed an interest in art and began studying drawing and painting. He began writing poetry and short story, and his first book, Broken Wing, was published in 1912. Gibran's most famous work, The Prophet, was published in 1923 and has since begun a classic of world literature. Gibran's writings often explore themes of spirituality, philosophy, and the human condition. His work was influenced by various cultures, including Lebanese, Syrian, and American tradition. Gibran continued to write and paint until his death, April 10, 1931, in New York City. Khalil Gibran has been translated in over 40 languages and continue to inspire readers and the world with their timeless wisdom and beauty. So tara, pag-usapan natin ang mga linya ng tula at kung paano natin ito maiugnay sa mga sariling karanasan. After reading the poem, I feel like it really understands how being a daughter sometimes feels. The poem says, Your children are not your children. They are the sons and daughters of life's longing for itself. This makes me think I'm not just a product of my parents. I have my own life and purpose. Sabi pa dito, they come through you but not from you. And though that they are with you yet, they belong not to you. Parang sabi nito na kahit kasama nila ako sa bahay at pinalaki nila ako, hindi sila nagmamay-ari sa akin. At hindi nila ako pag-aari. May sarili akong mundo at mga pangarap. And you may give them your love but not your thoughts. For they have their own thoughts. Mahal na mahal nila ako. Yun ang alam ko. Pero minsan, gusto ko rin pakinggan nila yung iniisip ko. Kasi I have my own mind. May sariling desisyon. Ako. May mga panahon din na gusto nila na maging ganito at ganun ako. Pero hindi ako pareho sa kanila. And okay lang yun. You may house their bodies but not their soul. For their soul dwell in the house of tomorrow, which you cannot visit not even in your dreams. I'm not just a body na pwedeng kontrolin nila. May kaluluwa ako na may sariling lakbay at pangarap sa future. Kilala ko yung pinsan kong si Ella na gustong maging artist. Sabi ng parents niya, dapat daw maging engineer siya. Pero hindi niya kaya. Iwan yung pangarap niya sa arts. Pinilit niyang sundan yung gusto niya kahit mahirap. Iyon ang nagpapakita na kahit minsan, iba ang gusto ng parents, kailangan nila kaming hayaan. You might strive to be like them, but seek not to make them like you. Gusto ko maging sarili ko. Hindi lang kopya ng parents ko. Kahit na gusto nilang maging ganito ako, I want to find my own path. You are the bows from which your children us, living arrows are sent from. Parents, kayo ang bow na tumutulong sa amin para makatayo, makalipad, pero kami ang araw na kailangan lumipad ng mag-isa. Sana suportahan nyo kami kahit saan kami pumunta. Sana matutunan nyo ring mahalin kami, hindi lang kung ano ang gusto nyo, kundi sa kung sino talaga kami. The archer scenes that mark upon the path of the infinite. He bends you with his might that his arrows may go swift and far. This means there is a higher power. You can think of it as life gods or fate, who knows the big plan, the mark or goal for ahead, even if we don't. The power used parents like bows, bending and shaping them with strength and care so their children, the arrows, can be launched strongly toward their own future. Let your bending in the archer's hand be gladness. For even as he loves the arrow that flies, so he loves also the bow that is stable. This say, parents should accept the challenge, the bending that comes with raising kids. They should find joy in this role, knowing that the one who guides all love both, the children who fly on their own, and the parents who support them steadily. Right now, many parents want to control every step of their children's lives. What school to attend, what career to choose, or even what to be friends. But this poem reminds us that life is bigger than any one person plan. Parents, the bows, need to be strong and steady but also flexible and joyful in helping their children. The arrows find their own way. In today's fast-changing world, kind face so many new opportunities and challenges that parents may not fully understand. So parents must be like stable bow, strong, supportive, and happy to see their children soar even in the path is unknown. This helped me appreciate both my parents and myself more. I know they do their best, and I hope they find gladness in watching me grow and fly towards in my goal.